Hi, thank you for watching Digging to China. I'm Dong Shong. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. On Friday, March 31st, Xi Jinping presided over an important meeting of the Chinese Communist Party's Politburo, which has a significant impact on Chinese politics and society as always. During the meeting, Xi discussed two main points. First, he delivered a speech and outlined an action plan for a themed education campaign which focuses on studying and implementing his thoughts on socialist ideology with Chinese characteristics for the new era. The campaign will be rolled out in two batches from April and aims to unify thinking, will, and action across the entire party hierarchy. Xi Jinping personally stressed the importance of studying his own thoughts at the meeting. He emphasized that the campaign's overall requirements includes learning ideology, strengthening the party spirit, emphasizing practicality, achieving new goals to ensure the party maintains unified thinking and strong fighting capabilities. The campaign will focus on 6 aspects: theoretical study, political literacy, abilities and skills, sense of responsibility, work style, and integrity and self-discipline. Xi Jinping stressed that the party must address urgent concerns of the masses and focus on high-profile issues, with the satisfaction of the people as the ultimate criterion for evaluation. Furthermore, a long-term mechanism should be established for the results of the thematic the education campaign on Xi Jinping thoughts, which will begin in April across the party. The second item discussed at the Politburo meeting was the revision of regulations on the reporting of personal matters by party officials. Xi emphasized the importance of honesty and loyalty to the party and warned against hiding anything, as there will be inspections and spot checks. In summary, I have 4 key takeaways from this meeting and Xi Jinping's speech. To begin with, one can easily envision General Secretary Xi Jinping urging the entire party to study his own thoughts during the meeting. It may seem absurd to ask everyone to study his own ideology, but it is a scene that has become familiar as Xi Jinping has repeatedly called on the party to do so. In fact, earlier this year during a provincial-level training session, Xi Jinping gave a speech titled "Speech at the Training Session for Implementing the Spirit of Xi Jinping's Speech." He personally urged the entire party to implement the spirit of his speech. Mao Zedong had never encountered such a situation, but Xi Jinping's mental toughness and thick-skinned nature are undoubtedly unique. Secondly, demanding that people learn your own ideas can be awkward, and Mao Zedong never did it. Mao relied on people like Lin Biao and Zhou Enlai to speak for him, and he even downplayed his own contributions. No leader after Mao dared to ask the party to study their own ideas. For example, Jiang Zemin called for the study of the 3 represents, and Hu Jintao called for the study of the scientific outlook on development. But neither mentioned their own name or put forward their own ideology. However, Xi Jinping is different from Mao, Jiang, and Hu. He is willing to promote himself, and that is why he is making history. Thirdly, the requirement for party officials to report personal matters is a lawful and reasonable regulation, and the party members should be held accountable to party discipline. However, when the regulation is framed as a test of loyalty and honesty, it becomes concerning. It gives the impression of a gangster organization instead of a modern, civilized, and legal system. Additionally, when Xi Jinping talks about loyalty to the party, it is often interpreted as loyalty to himself. In other words, loyalty and honesty will eventually be twisted to serve Xi Jinping's interests. This highlights the CCP's anti-scientific, anti-civilization, and anti-legal mindset. Normally, officials' personal information should be made public to ensure transparency and accountability. However, the CCP officials only report to the party leadership and their information is kept secret. This suggests that the CCP officials do not need to be loyal and honest to the people. They only need to be loyal and honest to the party and Xi Jinping. This is a reflection of the CCP's corrupt and negative nature. Fourth, the two topics discussed in this Politburo meeting are interrelated as they form the core requirements of the Chinese Communist Party's internal campaign. Throughout the history of party, the emphasis has always been on learning the leader's ideology and being loyal to the leader. Combining these two requirements can lead to an internal purge and a struggle within the party. This will encourage members to fight against disloyalty and dishonesty. However, such a loyalty competition will not benefit oneself, but rather expose dissenters and lead to a purge within the party. I anticipate that these two topics discussed in the Politburo meeting will inevitably result in a new wave of political strife and purges within the CCP. This could lead to the exposure of individuals who do not align with Xi Jinping's ideology and potentially label them as disloyal or dishonest. This demonstrates Xi's ability to wield dictatorial power and control. Following the 20th National Congress, Xi Jinping gained unprecedented and absolute power within the party, akin to Mao Zedong's reign. His next task is to identify those who are disloyal to him and incite the subordinates and the public to report and compete against each other. This is to ensure a sense of psychological security in his dictatorship. However, this mutual reporting and the denunciation of disloyalty creates greater insecurity for the leader, and he may push for further purges. It is not surprising that Xi's first act after obtaining ultimate power was to launch a purge within the party. This characteristic of accelerationism could ultimately contribute to the CCP's downfall. That is my take. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Just click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you again shortly. Until then, be well.